All right, you're in an accident. You now have to head to the doctor or the ER, medical treatment being the very next step. Well, personal injury attorney Richard Griffin is here to talk about an option that can make the biggest difference when it comes to paying. Richard, thank you for coming in, but this is an option a lot of people probably don't even realize exists.
It is. You know, when you're injured, the first thing you're facing is trying to get the medical treatment that you need. Well, a lot of people don't have health insurance, or if they have it, they have very high deductibles or copays, and they figure, I just can't afford to get the treatment. Well, if you're seriously injured and you're limiting your treatment in that way, you're going to end up not knowing that you might have a very serious condition that needs to have injections or surgery to get you better. If that's the case, then a settlement might be for $10,000 or less, and it might have been a $500,000 or more case.
To go ahead and take care of it, because actually it could end up costing you more in the long run.
And there's nothing worse. Sometimes people will settle a case on their own and they'll think that they're okay. Well, after 30 days or 60 days, they don't get better. Things get worse. They start having radiating pain and numbness, and they're worried. Then maybe they have that test, that MRI, and they discover, oh no, there's a herniated disc. It wasn't just a strain. Well, there's something we can do. You know, we can help in ways as personal injury attorneys at 877 Pain Law. We can help you get that treatment you need right when you need it.
And right now, literally.
Right
so
now.
If you needed the help, you can call right now, and,
That's right.
Your team is going to go ahead and answer questions for everybody.
Doctor liens are one way, and doctor liens are doctors that when we're involved, they know that the case is going to end well, and they will wait until the case settles to get paid for the service. So the patient can go ahead, or the client can go ahead and get that treatment they need. There's also medical funding companies, and these companies are there to kind of do the same thing. They pay the doctor directly, and then they have a lien against the future recovery. Well, that means that MRI that you need to find out how seriously injured you are, or the injections that you might need when the conservative care failed, those are things you can get without any out-of-pocket expenses. Well, by getting that treatment, you're going to physically get better, and you're going to know what to be worried about in the future as far as limitations you might have. And you're going to have a case that has the documentation where I can really go to bat and get that great recovery that you deserve because you have those serious injuries.
And so assistance does exist whether you have insurance or not. That's where you come into play, and you help everybody get that situated. So you have lots of examples actually of clients. So one that we want to start off with is plastic surgery. This was what a dog bite victim had to go through.
Well, it was a case where I think he was 11 or 12, and a dog ended up biting his ear, and it took most of the ear off. It required several surgeries from a plastic surgeon to make the ear look more normal. In fact, great results. Well, those are things that, without health insurance, that boy would not have ever had the ear repair that plastic surgeon was able to do. Now, the same thing works with neck or back surgeries. And sometimes people go, well, I don't know if I even want to have the surgery. Well, at least having that test done and knowing that you are a candidate for it allows me to have that future cost projection included in the settlement, which means that a case that might have been much smaller can become very, very big.
So Richard, when someone calls you, what can they expect? Like, what's the very first step? Because it can be a little bit confusing and it's overwhelming when you have an injury and then you're thinking financial problems on top of that. So how do you start off when you have a new client?
Well, you call 877 Pain Law, and I'm going to be there to answer those questions, or my staff will. We're going to make sure that we do that investigation right away. There may be witnesses that you need to get the statements from. You've got to be able to prove your case. Then we also help with the medical treatment, making sure they use their health insurance if they have it, or use the doctor liens or settlement funding. That's going to make sure that they get better without gaps in care. Insurance companies are looking for any delay to say, well, you weren't really hurt, even if you were. So we're going to make sure if you get us involved right away, it's going to end usually without litigation, and it'll be a great recovery.
Richard, thank you very much. All right, you guys heard it. Easy to contact Griffin Law Firm. All you have to do is call 877 Pain Law, or you can log onto their website. That's 877painlaw.com. You can see it right there.